Adams statue she used to drag me to, the monument of transcendent misery Adams put up when his wife killed herself with cyanide. That's what I am expecting. But I hope that in the mix of her feelings for Franklin, sorrow at his death, and grief for her children and for the country, she'll be glad to see me. I want her to feel that with me, she's home, like it used to be. She sent me away 8 years ago, and I left. 2 days ago, she called me to come, and I came. The buzzer rings, which means her hands are full and she can't get to her key. I open the door, and Eleanor is leaning against the wall, paper white. Her beautiful blue eyes are red-rimmed all the way around, and she looks as if she has never smiled in her life. Her dusty black coat is enormous on her, and her lisle stockings bag. I kiss her because I always kiss her hello when we are alone and we're on speaking terms, and she turns her cheek toward me and looks away. She hands me her purse and her suitcase. I put down the bags and I put my arm around her waist. I try to pull her face to mine, but she turns away and rests one hand on my shoulder to take off her shoes. She drops her hat, coat, and scarf on the big brocade armchair. She unbuttons her gray blouse and lets it fall to the floor. She walks into the bedroom, unzips her skirt, and I follow behind, picking up as we go. She sits on the edge of the bed in a ragged white slip she should have thrown out long before the war. She takes the pins out of her gray hair and pulls off her awful lisle stockings. We fought about those stockings. I said that even in a war, the First Lady did not actually have to entertain royalty while wearing knit cotton stockings, and she said that was exactly what the First Lady had to do. I stretch the stockings over the arm of the club chair, and she shrugs. She lies down on the bed, facing the wall, and lifts her right arm up behind her. Without turning to face me, she beckons me over. "Well, Queen of England," I say. She drops her arm. This is not my Eleanor. I used to weep when she was stern and gracious with me, explaining my faults until I curled up like a snail on a bed of salt. She'd sit still and, tragically disappointed, for an hour or more until I begged forgiveness. That's my sweetheart. This waxy indifference is new. I pile her clothes on the wood chair. I put her black shoes in front of the fireplace. I hang her black coat in the closet next to my navy blue one, and my red scarf falls over them both. "I'm sorry I've come." "Oh, Hick," she says, "if you don't hold me, I will die." I climb in behind her, and she undresses me with one long white hand, still not turning. I look out over her shoulder and watch people turn on their lights. 11 years ago, we had our golden time and our first vacation. Maine and beyond was our golden hour. Hoover was out, Franklin was in. We all moved into the White House, friends, family, and me. Eleanor and I had had our first private lunch at the White House, grinning and posing in front of the portraits like teenage girls. "Why don't you move in?" she said. "We have so much room." I asked her what she meant, and she said again, "We have so much room." I leaned over to kiss her, and she pushed me away a little. "I have some housekeeping to do if you're coming," she said. "Why don't you go and get your things?" I went back to Brooklyn and put my rent check, almost the full amount, in the mail. I drove my blue suitcase, my Underwood portable, and a box of books down to D.C. the next day. One of the housekeepers took me through the White House, up the stairs to Eleanor's suite, blank and polite, as if she'd never seen me before, as if she'd never done my laundry or hemmed my skirt when I'd stayed for the weekend.